You're welcome. Good day, guys. As you all know, my name is Adebayo Oyewumi. So, in this video, I want to take us through how to navigate the new CAC portal, which took effect from yesterday, how you can navigate it. Because, as we all know, the portal is totally strange to everyone, and it takes the time for us to get how it works. So, now, make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end for us you not to make a costly mistake. So now immediately you log in after inputting the OTP, please take note before we do have our link to be pre.cac.gov.ng. Take note the link has changed. It's no longer pre.cac.gov.ng again. Instead, it is icrp.cac.gov.ng. So immediately you put in that link, just like before, you see where to log in and where to register. So you click on login. After clicking on login, you click on you input your just the same way we do login before. Input your username. If it is email you are using, input it. Input your password, press on continue, and it will request for OTP. So immediately it requests for OTP, request for the OTP in the group, especially from the accredited agent group or agent portal group you are using. Hope you understand. So that is how to log in. Now after that we now have sorry please. So after that we have what was wrong? Sorry please. After that we now have when you log in, you have something like this. An interface like this will pop up. Now, if you are to look at it, before we do have our post incorporation portal separately, but presently on the new portal, it has been merged together. It has been merged together. Let me show us. It has been merged together. Now take a look at this place. That's where your post incorporation. That's where your post incorporation portal is on the new portal now. Now we have one, two, three, four, five. We have five sections on this portal presently. So under the five section, we have the name reservation, we have the name requiring consent, and we have the registration and the post incorporation. Sorry, I mean four, not five. The pre-incorporation, the pre-incorporation, we have the pre-incorporation and the post incorporation portal. So under the pre-incorporation, we have the name reservation, name requiring consent, and registration. So now I will be taking us one after the other. Let's start with name reservation. So when you click on name reservation, you will see something like this. You will see no not submitted, you will see pending application, you will see queried application, and you will see approved application. Just like before, just like before, this not submitted application are where your applications that you have not submitted, that is reservation that you are yet to submit them. That's where you find them. Then pending application are where the names you've reserved and you want to check if it is being queried or approved. Now let's take a look at each and every one of them one after the other. This is not submitted application. Let's click on it. Not submitted application. Click on not submitted application. So you can see not submitted. Then the next thing is for you to click on pending application. So this pending application, we don't have any pending application yet, and we don't have any queried application. Don't mind the figure that is under pending application. So the figure there is inaccurate just because the portal is still undergoing some upgrade. So now the last column here, or the yes, the last column here is the approved application. approved application, click on it. So now here are where your approved application, that is the name you successfully reserved and it has been approved. This is where you find them. Now, if you look at each name here, we have what we call status at the front of each name. See, status at the front of each name. You can see some of them saying used, approved, used. Now, the used one are those ones you've completed their registration. After reservation, you've completed their registration. While the approved one are those ones that just got approval for reservation. You are yet to do the registration. Hope you are following. Now, let me click on the action button at the front of each of them for us to see the difference. Now, used for the one having used status, now let's click on the action button therein. So you can see few details, download receipt. That is what you will see in the one you've completed the registration. Now, the second one, which is just showing approved, this one, I mean this particular name, which is Cheese Business Store. So let's click on the action button in its front. So now you can see go to business registration. That is, you've successfully reserved the name. You want to go to business registration. You click on go to business registration. If it is that you want to view the details, you click on view details. If you click on this AV code, delete AV code. If you click on it, you are deleting that reservation automatically. So please, when you are working on the portal, take note of that. Don't, for any reason, click on that delete AV code. So that is that about the name reservation aspect. Now, the name requiring consent. So these are where your NGO or special names like group, the restricted names we have in CAC, group, academy, that you need to apply for reservation code for. So these are where you will find them. These are where you will find them. You find them under name requiring consent. If you look at this, you can see one here. It says company, but there is a restricted word there. Either model. Yes, model is a restricted word, and you need to apply for reservation code for it. So that's why it's under here. Any name that requires you to majorly NGOs, names that has group, academy, sorry, it has one common name like that. So in a short note, any names that requires you to apply for reservation code, apply for its reservation code like NGO, any society, any NGO work, they fall under this name requiring consent category. So you can see majority of them are NGO, the New Covenant Global Foundation, Light of Christ Global Outreach, College Chaplains Limited or GTE, and so on like that. So you can see here, apply for consent. You click on apply for consent. If you click on this apply for consent, you now select. You can see that's where you will find your incorporated trustee. If you want to register any incorporated trustee, that's where you will find it under name requiring consent. But if you come here, if you come to name reservation and you want to reserve the name, you won't find it here. You won't find it under name reservation. You have to come to name requiring consent. So then you click on apply for consent. That is for NGO, majorly NGO. So you click on select, then you click on incorporated trustee. That is if you want to go with incorporated trustee. There are some company names too that need reservation code, but majority of the names you can just keep them and work towards them. So you can see use of restricted word. So there are some restricted word if you are registering company. Probably you want to reserve company. The portal will indicate that there is an restricted word there. So if you have a restricted word in your client company name or business name, you will come to name requiring consent to apply for reservation code or to apply for consent. So that's where you go with that's where you go when you want to do name reservation for incorporated trustee. So that is that. That is that. Same way, same way it works in name reservation is the same way it works under name requiring consent. The only difference within name reservation and name requiring consent is that name requiring consent is used for NGOs, any incorporated trustee. That's where you have to reserve their name, NGO. Then any company name that has restricted words. So that's where you go to apply for their reservation. Then the last one here on pre-incorporation portal is the registration aspect. Click on registration aspect now. So we have we have the approved name, we have the query application, we have pending application and not submitted application. Just the same way. So approved application are those names that have gotten approval. So either is a business name, either is an NGO, either is a company name. This is where you know that every of the this is where you know that the business name has gotten approval. Don't mind me, I just woke up. So this is where you know that the business name got approval, or the company name you worked on got approval. So queried the queried aspect is where you see your queried application. Then you can modify the application. Not like before that you have resolve query. Now it is modify application. Modify application. So that is that. That is that about the new portal. The last but not the least is the post incorporation aspect. So when you want to do any post incorporation job, just click on the post INC. That is okay. I've already clicked on it. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay. So that's it. Post INC. That's where you click whenever you want to do any post incorporation job. So immediately you click on that post INC, the post incorporation portal will also display. Then you start working on your post incorporation jobs. So I believe this video has guided or guide us through the whole aspects of the new CAC portal. Please, please and please, as you are having access, as you are giving you access to the portal, please take your time to study the portal well. Take your time to study the portal well. As for you not to go and make a silly mistake, anything, maybe while you are doing your job, or while you are trying to reserve a name, or while you are trying to do registration, anything you don't understand, just share a screenshot of that particular page to the support group. I'll be available to guide you through. Even if I'm not available, we have two staffs that are working with us currently now. They will be available to assist and help us further. Thank you for watching. Um, I remain Adebayo Oyewumi, your CAC coach. So see you in the support group. Don't forget to always ask questions. There is no crime in asking questions, and there's there we don't there's no one that is an island of knowledge. I hope you understand. So don't hesitate to ask questions. Always ask questions to avoid you doing a silly mistake. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.